There's two types of field sobriety testing. Those that they make up, name the starting lineups of the Tigers, count backwards, stand on your toes, jump up and down, things that are junk science, that just make you look bad on a video that is recording from the officer's patrol car. The other type of tests they have are scientific, reliable methods of determining intoxication. These are what we call standardized field sobriety tests. The standardized field sobriety tests include the horizontal gaze nystagmus. This is the follow my finger, my pen, where they make certain passes in front of your eye. They're looking to see if you're able to follow instructions, keep your attention divided on the tasks that you're being instructed to complete, and to see if there is an uncontrollable ratcheting of your eye that reverts back to a center position despite you trying to look at the farthest 45-degree angle. It's allegedly supposed to be an indicator of intoxication because it's not something that we can control. The pitfall on a horizontal gaze nystagmus is that it's usually only the officer himself or herself that is observing these signs or clues of impairment. From there, the officer has the ability to ask you to perform additional tests. The one-leg stand and the walk-in turn are the other two reliable methods for determining possible intoxication. These are also divided attention tasks split up over 30 seconds to see, can you follow instructions? Can you perform simple dexterity, coordination tasks? Can you remember the instructions? They're looking for balancing. They're looking for understanding. They're looking for comprehension. If you have other issues that could prevent you from being able to do these successfully, of standing on one leg or walking a straight line heel to toe, you should offer that information to a police officer. They are required to ask whether there are relevant medical conditions existing. But usually what I see is they're hogwash scenarios. You know, you don't got a wooden leg or a glass eye, anything like that. Do you something that could affect your test? Well, I don't have any glass eye or wooden leg. But I did have an ACL repaired a couple years ago. I do have a back injury. I do see a chiropractor on a regular basis. These certainly could affect my ability to stand on one leg for some unknown period of time. So after the officer has run you through these tests, it should be approximately 15 minutes before he asks you for the final segment. This is the last test where the officer is going to confirm or dispel his suspicions of intoxication. This is what's known as a preliminary breath test, a PBT. Now, a lot of people think that, well, the PBT, right, what does that number mean? That number cannot be used as proof of intoxication in a court of law. However, it can be used as an indicator of probable cause that would warrant your arrest. So, when the officer asks you, now I'd like you to take a breath test, or orders you, in some case it may sound like, I'm going to have you take a breath test, your rights are either to decline that test and receive a civil infraction citation for that refusal, or to engage in that test through cooperation of your own volition, and that number may or may not really help you at all. Certainly if that number has anything above the legal limit or even close to it, a 0.07, 0.0, any of those things are still going to lead to the arrest. If you're way under, well, it's a judgment call for that officer, and he's going to have to put that with his other observations and really decide, does he believe he has enough probable cause to arrest for operating while intoxicated, or one of the lesser offenses of operating while visibly impaired. Both are DUIs. Unfortunately, as a layperson, you have no idea where that first conversation is going to lead to. And the officer will always try to indicate that your cooperation is in your benefit. However, that's at a severe disadvantage to you. He knows where it's going, and you don't. Listen to this video, explore the research and content that we provided, and get yourself educated. And if you are making a decision to go out and have a drink, appreciate the risk that's invited with that. And if you do have trouble and are stopped by a police officer in Michigan for an offense like this, don't wait another second. Call a reputable lawyer, call Kelly, and get your case off on the right foot.